Hello everyone, my name is Jan and I am stage 3 breast cancer survivor in Hong Kong, and this is the testimony of my life in which I'm going to share to you. Hello everyone, I'm back again and ang tagal ko itong pinag-isipan and I was decided to share it to you since wala naman talaga akong ginagawa na dito. I was in Manila already and my diagnosis was happened in Hong Kong. Yes, I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. I never thought na magkakaroon ako ng ganitong sakit despite of my lifestyle. Hindi naman ako yung taong sobrang hilig sa mga processed food. I'm very seldom to drink soft drinks even. But as they say, that hindi mo naman talaga mape-predict yung main causes ng cancer. But I'm going to share to you some of my experiences bago pa man ako ma-diagnose ng cancer. My treatment was all happened in Hong Kong. So, pinagamot ako ng mga employers ko. I'm talking about yung mga anak ng alaga ko. Yung lolo ko, meron siyang 4 na anak, and they decided to bring me for treatment before they let me go back here in the Philippines. Can you imagine being an OFW na mag-isang nag-i-struggle to fight for cancer? So that is all what I experienced during that time in Hong Kong. So I was just very lucky enough that I was blessed with employers na sobrang babait, because not all employers actually can send you for treatment, because first of all, not all employers will expend much money, more money, or expend a lot of money for you. Ang naging backbone ko during my treatment is actually not my family, because I did not even inform my family about my situation. Ang naging sandalan ko is my employers and my partner. But sinabi ko sa kanila yung dahilan. I have a lot of reason why I did not tell them, because I wanted myself to be focused on my treatment. Since I know the fact already that they are willing to support me all throughout my treatment. At nag-agree naman sila doon because they really believe na gagaling ako. So, yon, walang ibang nakaalam, just my employer and my partner. Tinago namin yon, like every time na nag-video call ako with my family, I'm wearing wig. Or sometimes, I wearing a towel in my head just to tell them na katatapos kong maligo. Hindi ko sinabi sa kanila kasi ayaw ko silang ma-stress at ayaw ko ring ma-stress yung sarili ko. First, kapag nalaman nila, they can focus with their routines. Lagi na lang ako iisipin nila, hindi sila makakatulog, lagi silang tawag ng tawag. So, I was avoiding that. And in my part, ayoko ng sobrang daming iniisip. Gusto ko lang yung mag-focus sa treatment ko, yung walang hassle, walang stress, dahil kung malaman nila, most probably, matatanda na sila, we cannot avoid na baka magkasakit sila sa kakaisip sa akin. And then, pag nangyari yun, another alalahanin ko pa, another stress ko pa. Kaya pinanindigan ko na lang not to tell them. Anyway, I have this strong feeling, lagi ko sinasabi, gagaling ako, kakayanin ko lahat for them. And very thanks God kasi hindi naman ako nag-failed with the help of my employers and my partner. Sila lang talaga yung nakakaalam, sila lang talaga yung naging backbone ko, sila lang talaga yung nag-e-encourage sa akin para kayanin lahat. Sila lang yung nagpe-pray over sa akin para lampasan lahat ng hardship na pinagdadaanan ko noon. So right now, I was in remission, and actually, I am not yet declared as cancer-free. Meaning, hindi pa ako totally free from cancer because merong reoccurrence, or yung cancer is usually going back, lalong-lalo na kapag hindi mo inalagaan yung sarili mo. Because being declared as cancer-free, it takes actually 5 to 10 years. And I still have a medication. I'm still taking an oral medication, and that is consumed 5 to 10 years. So, pag nalampasan ko yung 10 years na yon at hindi bumalik yung cancer ko, meaning, the chance is I was able to say that I'm already a cancer-free. So, the key here is that you invest good thing to your employer, because you do not know kung kailan tayo magkakaroon ng challenges sa buhay. And pag nangyari yon, your employer is actually the first person na tutulong sa'yo para masulbahan yung problema mo. Because just like me, without them bringing me into treatment, probably nag-i-struggle pa ako hanggang ngayon. Or worse is, nag-aantay na lang ako ng death ko.